going for? They're going for a championship. Caitlin Clark just said it many times on record. Stephanie White coming in and said it. Look at this. Look at her arms, bro. Yeah, she's ready.
What happens when a rookie sensation decides she isn't strong enough yet? I'm looking at this new photo of Caitlin Clark that shows a completely different player physically. This isn't just some small change. She's clearly been putting in serious work. Can added muscle actually translate to better performance on the court?
Everything else is perfect. Look at Caitlin Clark arms. Look at Caitlin Clark arms, y'all.
The Indiana Fever are betting everything on it, with their coach Stephanie White pushing a championship mentality. The team even hired a development coach who hasn't taken a single day off since joining. Like the video and subscribe to the channel to support us. So this photo of Caitlin Clark is blowing up right now, and for good reason. Have you seen her arms? She looks completely different from last season. I'm talking serious muscle definition in her shoulders and arms that just wasn't there during her rookie year.
Clark adds even more muscle to her already staggered frame, bro. Loving. I'm just loving it right now.
This isn't some small change. It's a total physical transformation. Remember how all those critics kept saying she wasn't strong enough for the WNBA? They wouldn't stop talking about how she'd get pushed around forever, how she couldn't handle the physicality. Look at Kayla Clark arms. Look at her arms, bro. Yeah, she's ready.
Back and better, man. Caitlin Clark look amazing, bro. I can't even lie.
That's what people are saying now, and they're right. This isn't just about looking stronger, though. The science behind muscle development for basketball players is all about functional strength. Clark needs muscle that actually helps her make specific moves on the court, fighting through screens, absorbing contact on drives, and maintaining her shooting form when defenders are all over her. Her training is super focused right now. She's not just hitting random machines at the gym. Her workouts target her upper body and core.
Her physique right now as a whole is second to none. Now, from my understanding,
exactly the areas defenders attacked last season. They would body her up constantly, disrupting her shooting rhythm and making it hard for her to get clean looks. And you know who deserves major credit? Development coach Keith Porter. This guy is a machine. Allegedly, this man has showed up to work every single day. No days off since being hired.
Player and development coach Keith Porter has not had an off day since he has been hired by the Indiana Fever, allegedly.
That's the kind of dedication that creates real physical change. These are the people that need to get their flowers when these games start getting these W's.
This man has showed up to work every single day. Do y'all realize that? He has not had an off day.
When her teammate Kate Martin talked about being excited for the season, she knew something we didn't. She saw this transformation happening in real time. Now we're all seeing it too. This added muscle directly addresses the biggest criticism Clark faced as a rookie. She couldn't handle physical play? Well, look at her now. Those same defenders who pushed her around are going to meet a very different player this season. The most important part? This isn't just about Clark looking different. It's visual proof she's taking Coach White's championship mentality seriously. There is no in between. There is no bottom level here. It's championship or bust. Clark isn't just talking about winning. She's physically transforming herself to make it happen.
And it's just nothing but comments. Aaliyah Boston, you're so swaggy, it's crazy.
The Fever needed Clark to evolve from rookie sensation to franchise cornerstone. Based on this photo, that evolution is happening right before our eyes. So Coach Stephanie White is all about that championship or bust mentality.
Oh, they have to make sure this team is running like a well-oiled machine. Everybody's firing off on all cylinders.
But what does that actually mean for Caitlin Clark and the Fever? It's not just something that sounds good in press conferences. It's real pressure that affects everything from practice to roster decisions. Right now, the Fever have 15 players fighting for just 11 spots. That's creating some serious competition in practice. You can see the intensity every day. Everyone's trying to prove they deserve to stay. And the front office is watching everything. Kelly and Amber Cox are at practices taking notes, evaluating every player's performance. This is where things get tense. Cut the wrong player, and the whole season could fall apart. Team chemistry is fragile.
Because if you cut the wrong player, if you trade the wrong player, that could possibly be your Achilles heel to not making it that far in the playoffs.
One bad decision could become their Achilles heel in the playoffs. The pressure on management is almost as intense as what the players feel on the court. Clark's new muscles aren't just for show. They send a message to everyone in the organization. I'm all in on leading this team. She's not just here to be the star attraction or sell tickets. She wants to win championships.
Going for it. They're going for a championship. Caitlin Clark said it many times on record. Stephanie White coming in and said it.
The pressure Clark faces reminds me of what LeBron dealt with early in his career. Everyone expected him to win immediately. Those expectations required both mental and physical preparation. Clark is facing that same mountain of pressure, and she's responding by transforming her body. For the Fever to seriously compete for a championship, Clark needs to maintain her scoring while dealing with defenders who will be even more physical this year. Every team has watched the tape. They know they need to bump her, grab her, and disrupt her rhythm. Her new strength is the perfect answer to that problem. You're also seeing team dynamics shift in real time.
Big news for a bunch of these rookies. From what I'm hearing, Michaela and Bree Hall is looking sensational in training camp. And
her physical transformation is telling veterans on the team, I'm ready to carry this burden. That's huge for a second-year player. Coach White keeps talking about team cohesion. She knows Clark will need to play heavy minutes and still be effective in fourth quarters. Those muscles aren't just for fighting through screens. They're for fighting through fatigue when games are on the line. That's what makes this transformation so important.
Look at this. Look at her arms, bro. Yeah, she's ready.
It's about Clark preparing her body for the mental challenge of leading a championship contender. This physical change shows us Clark is evolving from exciting rookie to franchise cornerstone. And that's exactly what the Fever need if they're serious about Coach White's championship or bust mentality. When you look at this transformation, you're seeing Clark fix exactly what held her back last season.
Can they get it done? Yes, Kelly and Amber Cox is literally pulling up chairs, sitting down, and watching this team practice.
She's not just stronger, she's addressing the specific weakness that defenders targeted. That's what championship players do. The Fever's title hopes literally rest on those newly muscled shoulders. Clark isn't just changing her body, she's changing her entire approach. The upcoming season will test her against teams like the Las Vegas Aces, showing if these physical changes actually work. What do you think about Clark's new look? Will all this muscle help her dominate this season, or will teams find new ways to stop her? Let me know below.